Hello and welcome back to The Tomorrow Show. I'm your host, Barbie Walters. Today we're featuring special coverage of the groundbreaking passage of Roe v. Wade. The Supreme Court ruled 7-2 in support of the case that effectively legalized abortion access across the United States. Protesters today are celebrating what is being called the most feminist ruling of the past century. Our correspondent, Frances McGee, is coming to us live from DC, where thousands of feminist leaders are celebrating the ruling. Frances, how is it looking over there?
Barbie! Things are crazy out here in front of the Supreme Court. Women from across the country are here celebrating this historic case. I've spoken to several women celebrating this ruling, and I'm about to interview a prominent woman in the feminist movement, Gladys Steinwoman, about her thoughts on the ruling. Gladys, what does this ruling mean to you and other feminists around the country?
Frances, this is a long time coming for feminists across the United States. We have been fighting for one thing for decades, and that is equal rights for all women. The first step in that fight was a woman's right to choose.
Now, what are you attributing this win to?
This would not have been possible without the countless hours and hard work of protesters and activists across the country. For years, we have fought for our voices to be heard, for women to be equal to men and taken seriously. We used our bodies, our words, our art, and our sounds to reflect the centuries of injustice and pain that women have experienced solely because of our gender. I am so proud of all the work that we have done.
Now, what would you say is next for the feminist movement?
While this is a huge win, there is still so much more work to be done. A woman's right to her own body is essential, but we are by no means equal. Women need to be seen as equal under the law in a plethora of other ways, and I will not stop until we achieve that.
Wow, thank you so much, Gladys, and thank you to all the protesters who helped here today. Well, you heard it here first. Barbie, this is a huge win for women and feminists all around the country. I know that I, for one, will be shortly celebrating here today. Back to you, Barbie.
Thank you, Frances, for that wonderful interview. Next, we will be cutting to field reporter Anna Kerr, who will be checking in with Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who will be elaborating on her personal and professional opinion regarding the Roe v. Wade case. RBG is an attorney and legal scholar, and she will provide us with some great insight to the implications of this ruling. Anna, I'll cut over to you. Thank you, Barbie. Good morning, Ruth. How are you feeling today?
Oh, just fine and dandy. I did my workouts this morning and I'm ready to take on the day.
So today we're discussing the monumentous ruling on the Roe v. Wade case, and we just wanted to hear your thoughts on the decision that was made today.
I think looking at rulings of the courts is a critical part about being not only an attorney or a civically involved person, but also a citizen in general. The judicial branch is supposed to be the least dangerous branch of the government. So as much as I am pleased that they passed something moving in the right direction, things still need to get much better.
So what are some examples of where you see Roe v. Wade lacking?
Yeah, so one particular place where I think this case lacks in a way is it connects reproductive choice to disadvantageous treatment of women based upon their sex. As time goes on and we see similar cases, the bridge between these two problems will be used to lessen women's rights pertaining to abortion when we should only be expanding them.
And what can we do about this?
Well, the Supreme Court is the highest court in the land and the best to make direct changes. But citizens have a role in this process also. Protesting is the best way to express your First Amendment right and further end injustice and promote equity in this country. There is work to be done within all forms of intersectionality, especially pertaining to abortion rights for women. I encourage all of you to go out there and fight for rights for one another, even if it is not directly applicable to you.
Ruth, thank you so much for your time today. I hope that your words will reach many and offer as a source of encouragement and inspiration for change. Now, sending it back to you at headquarters, Barbie. Thank you, Anna. We're gonna cut to commercial break, but when we return, we will be discussing what President Nixon had for dinner. Thanks so much, and we'll see you soon.